Redneck matinee.
Jackie,
Yeah,
it's Labor Day weekend.
I know, yeah.
People are driving all over this place.
Bless your hearts, yeah. Drive safely.
And if they want to listen to something, in addition to this one they downloaded, when they get done with this, they move on to, what was it?
Redneck matinee.
When you think of Labor Day, think of Redneck Matinee.
That rhymes, yeah.
It's a podcast we do about all the great movies of the redneck yesteryear.
Oh, there's some good ones. We just put up two. There's 2 in 1. The latest one, that's you get an extra movie in it because it's every which way
but loose,
and any which way you can. Yeah.
And it's good. I mean, putting them together makes sense.
Well, yeah, because Clint Eastwood and the monkey.
I mean, it's better than like Every Which Way But Loose and like The Money Pit.
Well, the Money Pit ain't a
Black Rain.
Black Rain.
We didn't do Every Which Way But Loose and Black Rain.
I'm not. Well, what that's in Japan, ain't it?
We did Every Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can. Go take a listen to that if you want to find out about.
Has Michael Douglas ever played a redneck?
No, he wouldn't be a good redneck.
No, he'd be the worst one. He's rich. He sits he wears nice suits and looks down at people. That's what he does.
Okay,
right?
What's a good Michael Douglas movie where he ain't rich?
What's the one where he hunts lions? Well, you got to be rich to go over safari hunt.
Yeah,
lions,
ain't nobody like, shit, as soon as my unemployment check gets here, I'm going to go over and hunt some lions.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he's a rich man that somebody's messing with.
Falling down.
A rich man. Falling down. Is that redneck?
I mean, probably if his falling down character was running for president, he'd get a lot of Trump voters.
But let me tell you, the falling down character, though, he doesn't go full racist, remember? He beats up a Nazi, too. He's sort of racist. He doesn't go full racist. He's about as racist, I'd say, as John Walsh is, who's now running for president as well.
Like, real racist, but you could go a step further.
Yeah, you could, vote for me.
I mean,
I'm less racist.
Not by much.
Not by much, but still better than this, isn't it?
Vote for me. I'm less racist. And here's my vice president. Not by much. So that's
Redneck Matinee.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home Red State Update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, everybody. This is Jackie Broles.
Folks, people, this is Dunlap. Welcome to the Red State Update podcast. If you're here for the Trump cussing,
you'll get some.
It's coming along shortly. There's plenty to cuss him about this week. I mean, I know you know that.
There's always something. I could still be cussing him for what he did the week before last and the week. It's been 2 damn years. How many years is it?
I mean, we can go back to the 80s, honestly.
Yeah,
he needs a good cussing for some of that.
Well, I'd say so, yeah. I don't think anything he's ever done that don't deserve some cussing, as far as I can tell. But I don't want to jump the gun on a Trump cussing on this one here. Why don't let's do our local sponsors up top and save the good Trump cussing for later in this, for the people that don't like the Trump cussing and like to hear the local sponsors, hear about the local deals, the local restaurants, local products here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. You give us $25, I tell you what, you are a Red State Update official sponsor, and that helps keep the lights on, computer running and working, and the internet's and going and all that stuff.
Jackie, I've got a sponsor this week that I think you're really going to like.
Well, I don't know about that. We'll see.
It's September, Jackie. It's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Back to school. People gearing up for Murfreesboro City Fair.
Well, sure, yeah.
You can smell it, can't you?
I mean, shift in the air.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's in the air.
Well,
September.
Yeah.
Labor Day weekend. sort of a holiday. Nobody likes it. You get a day off. Other than that, nobody cares.
I'd say that's about right, yeah.
Why does September not have its own real good holiday?
All right.
October has Halloween. November has Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
December
I
has
know.
Christmas.
I know.
January has Martin Luther King Day. And right before Martin Luther King Day is President's Day.
Yeah.
Or right after. I forget which is which. Which comes first. I don't go back to work till February 3rd.
You don't go to work. What do you...
Groundhog Days in February. And Valentine's with the hearts.
I know what the holidays are. You going to go through every
Easter,
one of them?
March and April.
Easter, I know. March, April, yeah.
Memorial Day's May.
Yeah.
June's a little sketchy. July's 4th of July.
4th of July, yeah.
August.
Independence Day, yeah.
Back to school day. Why does September not get a good holiday?
Well, this sounds... Well, I was saying this last week. This is what I said. Who's your sponsor?
Huh?
What is your sponsor?
September Day, the brand new holiday brought to
that
you
was-
by Artistic Leaves.
That was my sponsor
Yes,
last
that's
week.
Artistic Leaves here in Murfreesboro. If you're in the market for some decorative leaves or some things made out of leaves or some leaves you want to tie to a shelf and arrange artistically, head on over to Artistic Leaves, and you're going to want to get there soon, son, because they are... Shit, they may done be sold out of leaves. You better get over there. September Day's coming. September Day.
Did Artistic Leaves give you $25 for
Yes.
this? Well, I guess I didn't do a good enough job with September Day. I thought I sold it pretty well on last week.
They really thought you were going to flesh out the details of it.
They didn't give me no damn details except like, it's going to be Thanksgiving stuff without pilgrims or turkeys on it.
Well, they said, I thought he was really going to figure this out for us, and instead he sounded like he was mad at us.
I ain't mad at them. I ain't mad at nobody. I think it's a good idea. I like the idea of September Day, having a real holiday where you actually do something. September, what, I don't know. But it was their idea. They supposed to tell me. I don't work for them. I mean,
I told her they give me $25, and I said, I appreciate this. I'm going to get straight to work on it. I'm going to stay up late. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to eat right. I'm going to get my mind clear.
You ain't going to do anything of that for $25.
No, I ain't done. I'm supposed to have it all figured out.
No.
Now.
Well, they going to learn. I guarantee you next week it'll be $25 in my pocket from back after they hear
let's
this.
figure this out. We can do this, Jackie. All right,
I
so
ain't
what
going to
do
do it.
you
You
eat?
do it. They want you to do it so much. Let Artistic Leaves let you do it. They paid you give the sponsor money for this here. Then you do it. I ain't going to do it. I guess I didn't do a good enough job for Artistic Leaves. I guess I ain't that.
Well, this is starting to sound like a major American holiday because there's lots of hurt feelings in the house. It's basically Thanksgiving. You hurt Uncle Jackie's feelings. He's going to go pout in the corner and drink.
My feelings ain't hurt. You could have just told me that, we don't.
It's like Avalon up in this motherfucker. Somebody cut the turkey.
Watch your mouth. They could have
said.
And
where's Aiden Quinn?
This ain't working out. We want to try something else. They, at least could have given me a call or, sent emails or something.
But let's just bash this out real quick. I mean, I appreciate the fact that they got a lot of leaves to sell and they need to make up a holiday. Mother's Day, they just made that up to capitalize on the guilt of people feel for being mean to their mamas.
Well, look, this I ain't saying this to hurt Artistic Leaves' feelings or to go against him or anything, but Mother's Day, get your mother some flowers. If you're lucky enough to still have your mother with you, get you some flowers for her. Don't get her a bunch of damn leaves.
You can get a leaf wreath.
No, nobody wants... I ain't going to say nothing. You do it. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, let's just bash this out. Okay, food to eat. They gave me a few things to figure out here. Food to eat for September Day. What about fucking chili?
You don't have to say the swear word in front of it.
Yeah, chili, that's it. Chili, the famous, how many, I can't wait till September Day. Chow down a big bowl of chili. That goes with football.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
I like chili. That's when it starts to get cold, It's
right.
when the wind, like you said.
Moving on.
All right, chili.
September Day song.
Song.
Do you remember me in September Day when your heart is growing cold?
What?
Let's see. Presents you could give, I guess. Oh, they fill this out. Leaves.
That's an Earth, Wind, and Fire song, right?
Oh, yeah. So give people leaves and that on CD, I guess, or mail them a Spotify
You don't have to
playlist.
give it. Why don't you just play the song? I know
Oh,
that. I
play
heard on
the
radio.
song.
Just play it. Don't have to give it to nobody. Of course, I'm sure they want you to buy the album. I understand how that works.
All right. And clothes to wear. What about
You don't wear certain clothes for other holidays. What?
elf hat?
Halloween? Yeah, you would put
That's
on
a
dumb outfit.
clothes-based holiday is Halloween.
That's it. I don't know
Easter.
what the other.
Easter.
Well, that's just church clothes. You just wear that whenever
4th
you
of
go to
July.
church.
Ain't you ever been to a Walmart near 4th of July?
Well, you're not
It's like
supposed
a flag jerked off on
All right.
fast fashion.
Watch your mouth. Wear brown. What's leaves or brown?
Yeah, wear brown.
Well, Earth, Wind, Fire,
Brown, chili. It's a brown holiday.
Don't tell the president that.
Shit. I guess, hey, there you go. September Day. Welcome to the Resistance.
All right, now I'm warming up to this. I like this.
Okay,
Now,
so
yeah.
be sure, get your chili, get your brown clothes, get your damn Earth, Wind, and Fire for September Day. It's coming up. Do you have the date?
Huh?
Do you know when it is?
It's your sponsor.
It was your sponsor first.
No, well, it ain't this week. No, did he give me $25? You figure out the
Shit,
damn
what
date.
if it's Sunday's the first? What if it's Sunday?
You need to talk to them a little bit more than
Surely
you
it wouldn't
did.
be on the 2nd on Labor Day.
Well, they
would
told,
it be?
I don't know when
Overlap?
it would be. Why would you wouldn't want to have it right next to Labor Day, right after have Labor Day, another holiday. You don't want to have them back to back like that. It's bad enough just go to, Thanksgiving, Christmas. It's
Listen.
Christmas as soon as October starts now.
That's true. Christmas, it goes. As soon as Halloween's over, it's Christmas. We talked
It
about
shouldn't
this
be.
last
I
year.
know, and it shouldn't be. You pace them out more. So, no, it shouldn't be right after Labor. I don't care when it is. This ain't my sponsor. You figure it out. Whatever the date is, you do it.
All right, so it's coming up. We know that. We don't know when it is.
It's in September. I would hope that it would be in September.
I mean, I think so. Fuck, I don't
Well,
know.
watch
They
your
opened
mouth.
up a leaf store. They're not like geniuses.
I know
I'd say
that.
their foresight is not. They're leaving it up to us to create the holiday. We do a podcast.
They give you $25 to be a sponsor for Artistic Leaves.
And you know what?
What?
I said, "Where's my $25?" And they were like, "Oh, I hope you don't mind, but we're going to pay you in leaves."
Well, that ain't no kind
I
of...
know, and I was already there.
It's garbage. I rake up leaves and put them in garbage bags.
But last week you fucking loved leaves.
Hey, watch your mouth.
Leaf lover.
No, it's that when you make something out of it, they were my sponsor. I ain't going to cuss them when they give me $25. Ain't my sponsor this week. I can say what the hell I feel about
Well,
it.
I feel like I could say what I feel too, because they basically give me trash in a bag.
Well, why are you doing it then if they gave you a bunch of garbage?
I really thought it'd be cool to be remembered as the father of September Day.
A bunch of leaves ain't going to pay to keep a damn internet's working in here.
No, I already set them leaves on fire anyway.
Well, that's about all they're good for. But you make sure you do it, properly. Do it in, right circumstances. You don't burn things willy-nilly. No, never.
I did them in the parking lot of Artistic Leaves. So that's September Day coming up. Fuck.
All right.
I
Watch
don't
your
know.
mouth.
I mean, I guess call Leaves up and ask them.
All right. Are you done?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
Now, I have a sponsor. I'm happy to have this sponsor back. Now, this is a sponsor. This is something to look forward to in the future, because I know you're going to hear about this and want to, have this experience and enjoy what I got to tell you about right away, but you can't. It's just something you're going to have to sit on and wait, but to keep it in your mind and plan on it.
I love anticipation.
Well, that's what this is.
I mean, I like also like immediate pleasure too.
Well, all right.
I like anticipation that winds up in just immediate pleasure.
All right. I don't care about Look, I had this sponsor before. Happy to have them back, but they're not officially back yet. Now, this is due to the, who is in charge of it? It's Rutherford County Board or something. You got to have a certificate. You got to have a permit. I don't know. That's a bunch of legal matters that I ain't got nothing to do with right now. I'm just trying to help somebody out is all I'm trying to do at the moment. And so I didn't get $25 this week either, so you need to figure out how to pay for the phone bill or whatever it is, cable or whatever it is, because they didn't have it yet. They're going to put it, I got an IOU until it comes, but right now they're pretty sure eventually they're going to be able to be up and running again for all of you that missed it, and I was one of them that missed it. I'll be the first one to admit it. If you remember the Birds of Christmas exhibit that was at the Hollyhock Gallery, dude.
Oh, boy. Are you telling me?
Shut down. Still. But working on it. I don't know if they got an attorney or something. They said they got a relative that knows about this stuff, and they're trying to. Why would you need a permit for a stuffed bird or fake bird? I mean, I guess it was real at one time, but it's stuffed. Why would you need a permit for that?
Are they selling liquor?
Real live animals. Well, I didn't think about that. You're right. But they weren't. As far as I know, they weren't. When I was there at the hall, I was moving fast. I didn't stop to ask if I could have a drink. So
I'm pretty sure they had themed cocktails.
Did they have
Yeah, and it was because there was that little bar, and it said themed cocktails, and it was a picture of a rooster's tail.
Well, is that why they got shut down for? Liquor license?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just assuming.
The impression I got is it was due to the birds for whatever reason.
I paid $13 for a sweaty finch, they called it.
What is it?
They called it a sweaty finch. Just like grenadine and something.
I would have had a drink if I wasn't in such a hurry when I was there. And
I had a finch egg in it, little.
What?
I swallowed it. Finch eggs, little.
Well, they didn't say it was a liquor license. They gave me the impression it was due to all the exotic birds, stuffed as they are. They're
that
not
could
real.
Be it,
they added a couple of real birds, but then when all these troubles started, they got rid of them immediately. They shipped them off or whatever it is, wherever you send live birds to.
Some of these, we'd have to ask Guy Lancaster, our longtime listener, who might know. But some of these regulations might have been put in place when they were going hard after Dr. Birdlady.
Oh, that's right. That could be that's probably what it is. I didn't think about that. You're right. Maybe Guy can help us out on that because I can't remember it all. Well, regardless, for whatever reasons, they're working on it. Things, from what they told me, things look positive. Things look on the up and up, and eventually they're gonna get all these birds out of where they have them now. And either they're going to be back at the Hollyhock Gallery or some other location. They haven't determined that. They said they'd prefer to move. They said, we've been there long enough. They were in would have been the 37th week, I think, at Hollyhock Gallery. So they're looking for a new change of pace, too, I guess. New surroundings, whatever. So, I don't, if you got a business big enough or a place to rent it, I don't know first thing about it, but right now I know they need to get.
Oh, that's exciting. Where are they now exactly?
Well, that's what they need to get a place somewhere because all I was trying to do was help them out, and I thought, well, they ain't live birds. They ain't going to be going to the bathroom. You ain't got to feed them, trade out the paper. If they're just stuffed, who cares, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's, look at them pretty, right?
Wait, what are you saying, Jackie?
Well, at the moment, I'm storing, me personally, I'm storing all the birds of Christmas at the moment. At the moment, it's temporary, and they know that. I certainly know that. And I will say this, they are festive looking and whatnot. I'm not really seeing them in the right way because a lot of them, some of them are covering the other ones up because it's bird in front of bird, because that's big. Hollyhock Gallery, granted, it was a small Walmart before, but still, bigger than my house.
All the birds of Christmas are in your house?
All of them. Well, except the pelican.
What?
The birds of Christmas are in my house.
How many birds?
All of them, except the pelican. He got lost by UPS. Where he's at is anybody's guess. The birds of Christmas are in my house.
How many birds?
All of them, except the pelican. He got lost in the mail. They replaced it with a quail. The birds of Christmas are in my house.
How many birds?
All of them, except the pelican. I called up FedEx Ground. They said they would look around. Now, it's just temporary. This isn't, it don't come over here looking at them, because I'm not in a position to show them to you, because they're supposed to charge it, and I think it's legal for me to store them, but nobody can come and look at them. You got to wait until we get this figured out. They have a special date. They said they're going to have it ready by a certain date. They should have all the paperwork out. They guaranteed me it wouldn't be much longer, and they said, sure enough, come September Day, the Birds of Christmas exhibit will be somewhere in the Rutherford County, Murfreesboro area.
When is September Day?
What?
We don't know when it is.
Well, I guess they do, but it's your sponsor now, so you should know.
Your sponsor knows too.
Well,
I will say I'm glad it sounds like it's catching on.
Well, still, that's a Christmas thing that's opening up on you. You're still Christmas too early in September. They're way too early in September, but
Well, we're not 100% sure September Day is in September. Let's be honest.
What?
Are we? Knowing them leaf motherfuckers?
Hey, watch your mouth. Hey, everybody, this is Jackie Bros on here.
Folks, people, it's Dunlap. Welcome to the Red State Update Podcast, the second part, the Trump cussing part. We appreciate you being here with us on the long Labor Day weekend. We hope if you're driving somewhere, you're listening to this over and over again, then going over to Redneck matinee and listening to that over and over again, and then heading over to, we got another one, go over to our Patreon page.
Yeah, go there. And
where you give us at least $5 a month.
You get a whole new other one of these.
20 extra minutes every week.
Every week, every darn week. We got to talk 20 extra more minutes to our patrons, and we thank you and we appreciate it. I look forward to doing that when we get done here.
So many podcasts, so many different ways you can hear our voices every week. That's every week here at the Red State Update.
And don't forget, if you get an opportunity, go over to iTunes and rate and reviews for us. That helps us out, makes people look at the darn thing. If you got a minute or two, if you've always wanted to say something good or something bad, don't make any difference. Go on over to what is it, iTunes?
Apple Podcasts.
Whatever it is. Go over there and rate and reviews. Thank you kindly. Tell me, Dunlap, I'm just curious right now, what did our current president do to embarrass this once great nation?
Oh, let me run for you.
Let me know.
Through a few things here, just real quick.
All right.
Breaking news, it seems like he may have given up classified information when he tweeted a photo of a explosion on a launch pad in Iran. Then he, after the G7, which the G7 was just full of embarrassing things. He did
Lord, I saw some of that. Good God
he
Almighty.
suggested they wanted to have the next one at his Florida, the Doral, which he even ruined the good name of some good cigarettes on that one. Let's see, and that turned into a discussion about how he does. You have bed bugs, basically.
That's the one thing that bothers him. Out of all the stuff, anything you say about him, he doesn't know. Anybody intelligent says something to him, he ain't gonna understand you putting him down anyhow.
Well, if people think all his stuff has bed bugs, how's he going to profit off of being president?
Yeah.
Let's see. He said he would pardon people for any laws they break while building the wall.
Yeah, snatching people's land away from them.
Yeah, just take that.
Yeah, do it
land
however. Yeah.
Let's see.
He was joking. He said he was joking, remember?
Oh, he's taking a lot of that FEMA money away during hurricane season. Well, when it was going to hit Puerto Rico, he wanted to be sure they knew they were on shaky ground. Wet, shaky, sinking, possibly on fire ground.
What he said, as usual, Puerto Rico's in the way of a damn hurricane. Like, what? Pitiful. Those are American citizens. They're Americans.
When he said he wanted to nuke hurricanes, do you think he meant nuke Puerto Rico? And like the hurricane would be bonus?
Who knows how his mind works? That could totally be in his thinking. I don't know.
Oh, he wants to ship children of children of U.S. service people serving overseas are not automatically, if you're born overseas to someone serving in the military, you're not automatically a U.S. citizen. You have to apply for it. Just make that harder. Make sure that if a McCain 2 slips through the cracks, it's not going to be on him. Also, shipping sick, undocumented folks who are here who are getting treatment. Children, it doesn't matter. Old people.
Children with cancer coming over here getting treatment.
All ages.
Out. Gotta go. And Christians like this man. How in the hell can you call yourself a Christian and go to church? How can you even sit on a pew in a church when you're running children with all sorts of disease? Get the hell out. Throw them in the street. That's awful Christian of you.
Now, let's see. What else they did? Doing away with methane emission requirements. Like EPA wants to make sure that you can just methane it up. Oil and gas companies do what they want. He was mad at Fox. He threw a pity party because Fox wasn't nice enough to him, it's almost impossible to be nicer to someone than Fox is to Trump.
Not nice enough.
And I'm sure we're missing some things. They started Space Command up again, but
I don't even. What?
Normally, that would be. We would have a million jokes about that, but that's like 10th on the list of things. I mean, that's almost like a normal thing. It's not even that bad. Oh, he wore that tan suit. You remember that? No. That was Obama.
That's Obama. Yeah, that anniversary of that. Yeah, that disgrace. Yeah.
I'm sure we give him down the road when he did that.
Remember when Obama went on that apology tour that we all were embarrassed by? He was over there just making us look foolish, this country. I said it myself. I remember I said it before. Good Lord, wasn't I, Trey? Well, did anybody see anything of him up there talking on G7?
G7.
The camera would move and go over to Bolton and Minutia, whatever you say his damn name, and you could just see the tear on the face, like, good God, like the people that work for him. That's the only satisfaction I get out of this, only a little bit tiny out of this, is watching those people be miserable. Why the hell are you working for? They got to be like that all the damn time. Why? Don't make a damn bit of sense. It looks like Bolton's on the outs, too. I just read that a few minutes ago. Trump's trying to make a deal with Afghanistan, and Bolton ain't liking it, and says Bolton is getting on his nerves, irritating him, so he won't be around much longer. And normally I would say that's a good thing, get rid of somebody like Bolton, but now, half a dozen of the other, who's he going to get to replace him? Somebody awful? So, hell, I don't know.
Whoever's on deck is not good. It's not like he has a second tier of people who are great for the country.
This hurricane's about to hit Florida, and if you're in Florida, we wish you the best. I hope it's not as bad as some people think it might be, whatever. Take care of yourselves. Get out of there. Do whatever they tell you to do there. We're thinking about you. But there's people who are supposed to be in charge. Like, I know it's not necessarily FEMA, but there's people there's no positions. Nobody's filling the positions to tackle something like this at the moment. It's insane. It don't make a damn bit of sense. Don't make a damn bit of sense. And half a country likes this. That's what they like. Somebody got fired. They say Bolton's going to get fired, but somebody his assistant got fired?
Trump's assistant got fired, yes.
Kicked her out, yeah.
Was she No, she started after the election.
And she said, from what I heard, she said he liked her more than they liked Ivanka. Well, the way he treats his daughter, I feel bad for her. She's probably glad to lose that job.
She was the one crying on TV after he won. When she found out he won.
Yeah.
She was the one crying.
She wasn't the only one crying that night.
Madeline Westerhout, I believe, resigns abruptly.
Yeah.
So did Ivanka get her fired?
I don't know.
Madeline Westerhout, who is from Politico, who left her White House job suddenly on Thursday as President Trump's personal assistant, was fired after bragging to reporters that she had a better relationship with Trump than his own daughters, Ivanka and Tiffany Trump, and that the president did not like being in pictures with Tiffany because he perceived her as overweight. Apparently she had a few drinks and uncharacteristically opened up to reporters, jokingly told the journalist Trump couldn't pick Tiffany out of a crowd. Which is good for her, I would think. Anonymity.
Good for Tiffany. Yeah.
And who wants to be picked out of a crowd by Trump? Now, who does he pick out of crowds? Like at his rallies, it's like people he's throwing out or he's going to make fun of. Like you don't want to be, if you're in a crowd and Trump picks you out, it's bad news.
Always bad, yeah. It's either to kick you out or to give you a job in the White House, whatever it is. You don't want him to see you. Nobody sees Tiffany. Whatever happened? Didn't he have a little boy? What was his little boy's name?
Barron.
Yeah, I don't know how Lily was or whatever, but he was a young boy, yeah. I hope they got him somewhere safe. I mean, away from his dad. But you don't ever see him. Usually you see, if I understand you want to shield your children from the press and all that, but I mean, we saw Amy Carter, we saw the Bush little girls, we saw, Christmas or something, they opened a present or they're doing something,
Where is safe with Trump as
Hell,
president?
I don't know. It's out of the country.
Even then,
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
he wants to nuke weather. So how is that? There is no place that's safe. The Amazon's on fire. The damn icebergs are melting. The coasts are going to drown. Half the world is run by fascist dictators now who are emboldened by Trump. Like, if I was running Brazil, if I was a long-time asshole like the guy in Brazil, and I got in there and I had studied Trump, I'd say, well, to take a page from the Trump playbook, you got to do the worst possible thing in the world. I'm president of Brazil, so why don't we burn the Amazon? And Trump probably likes him burning the Amazon because it reminds him of burning Amazon, which Jeff Bezos owns.
Oh, yeah.
So anytime anything named Amazon gets decimated, Trump likes it.
Get rid of it, yeah.
Like if you were a Trumpy and you were elected president of France, you'd be like, tear down that Eiffel Tower. If it can't be for just white people, I don't want it.
Gone.
Let's turn, okay, that Eiffel Tower looks pretty good. Imagine how much better it's going to look when we drape this giant dick over it.
All right.
It's like a skeleton.
I get your point. I don't need to.
For a giant dick.
All right.
I run France. I love Trump.
All right.
What's that? The woman in France, the alt-right, the right-wing, crazy, fascist Nazi woman. Marine Le Pen. That's what she would probably do.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I'm just going to put a dick over this Eiffel Tower.
Enough.
You just do the worst thing, and then everybody that likes you has to pretend it ain't the worst thing. It's sort of a test. You do the worst stuff, and it's a test to your followers to see how much they hate people who ain't white and what they'll put up with, how many lies they'll believe until they break.
From what I've seen, they ain't breaking.
Who's the guy on Fox who just said Trump's never told a lie? Now, somebody at Fox must have got worried when Trump said, y'all ain't pulling your weight no more.
Jump in.
That guy told Walsh. Walsh said, you said Trump never ever told a lie? You think that? Like, nope, I don't think he ever did. Nope. I do not think so.
But he gave him examples, and he said, no, he was just over-exaggerating.
Joking.
Joking.
You know how he is.
Yeah, lies. We don't call them lies. We call them, pitiful.
Meanwhile, Joe Biden got some facts wrong.
Get used to that, people. I mean, they're going to keep. I mean, I'm getting to the point where I don't, Trump is president, Biden's running for president. Oh, Biden said, what? Yeah, well, yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, that ain't going to stop. Even if he wins the presidency, they just get used to that. That's Joe Biden. He's been getting stuff wrong for how long? People saying, oh, he's too old, he don't look like it. But he's been saying dumb stuff, I think, through most of his political career, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I don't think there was a time when people were like, oh, Biden really nailed it today.
I don't remember that. Somebody needs to tell me if that ever happened, because I don't remember a time like that.
We turn to Joe Biden now for some words, wise, healing words. Now, nobody ever... Remember who he debated? He debated Sarah Palin. So, it looked like Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah.
He debated Paul Ryan.
Yeah.
Which is like, if you had to hang out with like a creepo or creepo's obnoxious uncle, you're going to go with the obnoxious uncle. He'll take you to get beer.
Yeah.
Creepo will be like, well, let me save this Excel file first. I got some formulas here, how to really stick it to poor people.
I remember that debate. They let them sit down on that when they were sitting down. But then the Sarah Palin had to stand up. How come a vice president gets to sit down? That happens. That's happened more one time, I think.
How are you going to make that exciting? There's no way to make it exciting. Stand up, sit down. Lie down, get in this hole. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Don't make it. I just didn't know why they, standing up for however long.
If you want to improve ratings in a Biden-Ryan debate, have them do it out in the alley and just turn the camera to the wall. Nobody wants to see any of that. Like, it's not even good in a nostalgic way. Like, everybody loves nostalgia. I mean, white guys. Like, that's not even fun in a nostalgic way. I wish, like, if we're going to revise history, like, that's where, like, Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio should show up and beat the hell out of them. Like, that would be a good ending to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like, if you're just doing movies where Brad Pitt shows up and beats people viciously, how about the vice presidential debate of 2012?
I'll go see that movie, yeah.
Are we supposed to be madder at Joe Biden? I don't know how to feel about Joe Biden. I want somebody to beat Trump. I cannot imagine an election between Biden and Trump. I'm pretty sure we said this before, but it's like grumpy old men that nobody wants to see.
Yeah.
You know how in that movie their kids are like, ugh, and like by the end of it they're not even like sort of amused. You just feel really sorry for anybody who lives near them, even Burgess Meredith. It'd be like that, but we're their kids. The country is their kids. And imagine a President Biden. Now, it'll be terrible in different ways. People won't be in cages. Well, people will be in cages. I mean,
he's got
not as many.
Not as many, but more than likely, yeah.
Won't be Medicare for all. Or maybe, who knows? Who knows? We'll all be so mad at him all the time But he only has to do like one thing, like mess up a story about soldiers. Like who give him the medal? Did they go down into a ravine, or was it like a truck on fire? Like was this an episode of Combat? He's not going to remember.
No.
How old is he?
They're both old, 70-something, I don't know, 75, 76, I don't know.
And I feel bad running them down. I feel bad running Joe Biden down because I feel like making fun of him for being old and confused and gropey is maybe giving us more Trump.
None of that comparison. He's going to mess up stories and misspeak and, say dumb stuff. But, I mean, what's the ratio between him and the president at this moment? I mean, they're,
he is closer to Trump.
Margin. He's closer than
anybody else.
Anybody else, but
it's still like a damn. Here's an ant, and here's the Empire State Building. Joe Biden's an ant. Everybody else is like microscopic.
I was going to say Trump, I don't know if Joe lies deliberately. He gets confused a lot, but that could be the case for Trump, too. I really don't know. Sometimes I think he just lies. Like when he's over at, his wife said his wife and good friends loves Kim Jong-un, right? And you could even see on her face, like, what the hell is he talking about? Never met the man. White House had to come out and say never been in the same room, don't know anything about him. But does that mean Trump's lying, or does he believe that? Does he think that they're friends? I mean, I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm going to say this is bad for the future of our podcast, but I'm getting tired of trying to figure Trump out.
You can't.
It's like the last couple seasons of Lost. I'm just exhausted trying to figure it out.
Really, the only thing you really need to know, let's just make this clear right now, is that he's awful, he's racist, and he's hurtful and mean. I mean, to people. I mean, that's all you really, the most important things we need to know about him is he's hurting a lot of people right now. And the rest of it, you can ponder it forever. But that's enough to get him the hell out. It breaks a damn law on a regular basis.
What is it they say on Twitter? Cruelty is the what is it? Cruelty is the reason? Something like that. The reason is cruelty. Why are they doing it? It's cruelty. I see that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, no, they also trying to make some money.
Oh, yeah.
But then if I see people just talk about that, I'm like, well, what about the damn cruelty?
Him dealing with these tariffs and the trade and the stock market and all that stuff. No, I don't have first clue on how any of that stuff works, but he knows people who does. You telling me he ain't telling his buddies all this stuff before? I mean, he does it on before he does something with China, whatever. Put your money here, take it out of there, put it there, go over there. I mean,
he's trying to get a tax cut. Just give a tax cut.
Yeah.
Without going through Congress. Just tax cut to rich people. Give rich people another tax cut.
They need a bigger one, yeah.
Meanwhile, he's trying to give Macron bedbugs, which he probably already has, let's be honest.
Man.
Gonna hand out pardons, which he's already done. He's already handed out pardons. He pardoned Joe Arpaio.
Yeah.
Dinesh D'Souza. I mean, he's not... The thing is, he's going to... It's a vicious circle. He's going to give pardons to the worst people in the world.
Oh, yeah, that's going to continue.
And the worst people in the world work for him. So, of course, he's going to give pardons to the people who work for him.
Do whatever you want to. I'm going to get you out of jail.
Take the land, kill the fish.
Joking.
But do it. It's always a joke. What was that one joke he did? What did he say about Kristen Gillibrand when she dropped out? Kristen Gillibrand dropped out of the race.
He said that was the one he was really worried about. So
it's kind of funny when the Democrats drop out. I don't like to give him any credit for anything. When Swalwell dropped out, he could have had an almost good tweet. Like if he was just sitting at home
and not putting people in cages,
just critiquing the Democrats running, he'd be like, still wouldn't be funny. I don't want to give him any credit.
He don't deserve it. He really don't.
They're going to be down to just 10 Democrats on the stage.
That's still too damn many. I want this to get over with. Let this be the last one with a bunch of people and just pick somebody. Whether it's going to be two old Joe or two left Sanders or whatever, Warren. I mean, I don't care. I just pick one of them. Any of them will do. I liked Harris there for a minute when she told everybody to shut the hell up. I like that. I want to see that again. Maybe we should do that on here.
It'd be nice if they nailed it down before the damn October one, where they're probably going to be back on 2 debates.
Yeah. Suffer through it, pick somebody. Let's hope to hell. That's what's going to be awful about this election, though. Nobody's going to believe it. Neither side. Whatever the outcome of this election is, no one's going to believe it. And I don't know. I mean, there's always been a little bit of that here and there, but now it's at a what do you call it? A favors pitch. If Trump wins again, we're going to say Russia hacked the thing, the machines and all this stuff, and people put videos up of voting machines where they try to select thing and it keeps on going back to the other can. I mean, no one's going to believe it. We already know that Trump was going to say he didn't. If Hillary had beat him, he'd already saying right there, I ain't going to say it's real. So it's just going to be awful. Whatever it is, it's going to be awful. Hopefully, he won't be around after it. Whatever we have to go through to get to the place where he is gone, so be it.
But once he's gone, people are still not going to believe stuff.
I know
That's
that.
the thing.
That's over with, yeah.
I mean, having Fox News and a right-wing news ecosystem and regular news, people are not believe. They're not even seeing the same news. They hear it from the other side. They don't believe any of that. Trump says stuff that's real ain't real. That's just going to continue. And all the Republicans have been covering for Trump this whole time.
They're going to keep covering for him. I know. It's awful. Pitiful. Ain't one decent human being amongst any of them, as far as I'm concerned, allowing this to go on. Who come out and started talking a little bit, but kind of hinting at how awful it was? Old Mad Dog Mattis, right? He been talking lately. Said about this division in the country. We need to get over there. I mean, yeah, if he's saying that, then he's doing the exact opposite of what the hell the president wants to do.
He said he owed the president silence, but he won't be silent forever. Why are you silent now? What do you owe us?
Yeah, what do you owe
Mad
the
dog?
American damn people? I appreciate your service. Thank you kindly for that, but good Lord. What kind of silence does he deserve? Good God Almighty.
And in Alabama news, and in blackface news.
Oh, Lord.
Oftentimes they go together. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey has apologized for appearing in a blackface. Was she in blackface in the sketch, or did she just appear?
I think she was.
I'm calling it a sketch. Listen, skit is what people are calling it.
What?
I don't know if it makes a difference. I mean, it wasn't at UCB. It was fucking Auburn.
Hey, I got the impression it was her, but I could be wrong.
Probably was her.
Yeah.
Let's just say it was her.
All right.
Here's the thing. Like, I don't want to be fake news, but if you told somebody on the right, let's say a Kay Ivey, I'm sure there's big news in Alabama, but if you told somebody that voted for Kay Ivey, do you know Kay Ivey was in a blackface sketch? They'd be like, "Oh, mad at you for bringing it up." Ugh. I guess everything's bad now. Well, blackface at an Auburn sketch in what, the 60s? It's probably bad. It's probably bad. I'm going to go so far. I know there's a lot of context and people saying, well, they knew at the time, or, oh, that was the 80s. No, I'm just going to say that most everything that happened at Auburn in the 60s was problematic. This might have been in the 70s, but I'd say it extends. Like, just walking to class every day, getting some chips out of the machine at Auburn in like 1966, probably like 9 problematic things happened.
Let alone what they were teaching.
I'm going to say that in Auburn, a blackface skit in the 60s, people might have been saying, oh, here we go again with the SJWs. Like, not racist enough for Auburn. Oh, I guess this blackface sketch is woke now. Everybody mad.
Well, at least she apologized, I guess, right?
I think she did apologize, but I didn't read her apology, so I don't know how much of an apology it was.
Yeah. Has anybody ever apologized appropriately for doing blackface? Like, this is the way you do it right here. Not, this is how you do blackface. This is how you apologize for doing it at some point in your life.
If you told Republicans, see, I don't think they hear a lot of this stuff. So if you tell Republicans, there's like 100 people who've been in blackface sketches, they go like, no. But there are, like, in Democrats.
I think that goes beyond one party there.
It just keeps coming. I am surprised. I'm not surprised by much anymore. I'm not surprised by racism. I'm not surprised when, like, I read something on Twitter and I'm like, oh shit, that was racist. And I loved it. Like, I'm not surprised when I find out how complicit I am or all the shit that's bad. Or I'm not surprised when I have the realization, oh wait, shit, no, they all did own slaves. Everybody in Hamilton. It doesn't, I mean, we have to really, I'm like, okay, yeah, they own slaves. Shit, that's bad. No, now you have to come to terms with it. Now we have to figure out what this means. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm not surprised by anything. I'm not surprised with what we have to wrestle with or where we have to go or what's coming up or what we're going to find out or the horrible stuff the Trump administration did. But I am honestly surprised by how many people were in blackface skits.
Ted Danson.
Ted Danson did it too. Is he running for anything? He can't.
I don't think so.
I guess he could.
Yeah, at this point.
I don't even know. They were like, oh, yeah, they're in trouble for... No, is anybody really in trouble for anything? There was that whole phase where like, oh, everybody's canceled and in trouble. And I was like, well, people just like doing what they want. Is Al Franken just going to show back up and be like, no, I'm still in the Senate? And there was, I guess there's 3 senators from Minnesota now or wherever. Like, nobody really got in trouble. People just talked about it a lot. And like, he's got a podcast. But I mean, I guess that is some sort of punishment.
Now's the time that we both have to go. Our podcast come out really great. We know our time is at an end. So until we meet again, we'll just have to say goodbye, friend. Saying bye-bye always brings us down. But our bags are packed and we have to leave town. A postcard to you we will send if a stamp to us you'll lend, so we can write and say goodbye, goodbye,
You gonna go get some hot dogs to grill out for Labor Day weekend?
I'm kind of not in the mood for
I'll
hot
just
dogs.
go. I'll run by Kroger and get some hot dog buns and some hot dogs. I'll just show up at your house.
No, there ain't no room in my house right now. I ain't got no.
I'll get some potato salad.
I got no room to do any entertaining at the house right now.
So
Just it
I'll
ain't gonna
bake
happen.
beans, some of
No.
them good baked beans that dog likes.
Baked beans is good. We find some place else to cook it. I don't know about no hot
Popsicles.
dogs. Popsicles fine too. Hamburger. Well, I want hamburger. I don't want no hot dog. I had enough hot dog.
You want some hot dogs or some
I
hamburgers?
said hamburgers. Yeah.
Corn on the cob.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I want to see them birds.
Huh?
I want to see them birds.
You come look in the window. There ain't enough room for you to get in there to look at them. I'm telling you right now, there ain't no way.
Is that a fat joke?
What?